reading specialist for 30 minutes, 3 times a day, 3 times a week.
That'd be a treat.
So before I began, I decided that I needed a better understanding of reading comprehension. I also wanted to understand what close reading is and how it differs from critical literacy. And I needed to decide which close reading strategies that I would use with these students, since it was a short period of time that I'd be working with them. During week 1, I tested them using the narrative and expository passages from the QRI-5, and also the Reading A to Z quick check questions. I did the modeled guided instruction using the START framework. I don't know if anyone's heard of the START framework. I'm going to show you in a minute. I think it's the greatest thing. I don't know how you'll feel about it, but I chose this one framework to focus on. And then I retested them and then subsequently analyzed all the results and made recommendations. So this quote says it all. The most important thing about reading is comprehension. It's the reason that we read. At its most basic level, it's the transaction between reader and text. Obviously, there are many more parts to comprehension, but it's the most basic level. Readers need to develop good comprehension skills in order to be successful in all endeavors of their life, not just their schoolwork. And it is a complicated process. It's one of the most important skills for them to develop, so in order for them to become productive. When I looked into close reading, I had to look at the theoretical underpinnings, which is critical literacy. And Paulo Freire spent his life talking about critical literacy. And he said that critical literacy views readers as active participants in the reading process and invites them to move beyond passively accepting the text message to question, examine, or dispute the power relations that exist between readers and authors. Giving students the strategies that they need in order to view a text, or in the bigger picture of the world, from a critical stance, can mean the difference between a life of apathy and a life of achievement. He also said that if men are unable to perceive critically the themes of their time, and thus to intervene actively in reality, they're carried along in the wake of change. There's no question that the world we live in today is becoming increasingly globalized, and the kids have access to anything they want. It's at their fingertips every moment, so it's really important that we teach them how to look at anything that they're looking at from a critical stance. This is the